Okay, so if you're looking for some core exercises but don't want to keep getting up and down from the floor, maybe because of joint pain or just difficulty in general, this is a video for you. So go ahead and hit the red subscribe button below to find all of my other videos and get updates when I make new ones. So go ahead and grab just one light dumbbell and let's get started. So all you're going to need is this one light dumbbell, and we're going to go ahead and get started. I want you to take your feet about shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit wider. Hang on to the dumbbell with both hands in front of you just like this. We're just going to start with a press out for a warm-up. One thing I want you to be aware of is just standing here, I want you to think about tucking your bottom underneath you and squeezing your glutes instead of standing with an arch back. And I want you to try to keep that in mind throughout this whole video. So tuck your pelvis underneath you and squeeze your glutes. That's going to help you engage your core muscles a little bit more. Standing in that position, bend your knees just slightly, still tucking that pelvis underneath, and you're just going to push forward and back. This is just acting as kind of a warm-up. And my name is Alyssa with Keep the Adventure Alive Physical Therapy and Performance. If we haven't met before, awesome job. You're just pressing out slowly, trying to keep your pelvis in a good position, really engaging those core muscles. Now, I want you to stay in that same position, but I'm going to turn around here. So still tucking that pelvis underneath. Your legs might need to be a little bit wider. You're going to grab that dumbbell, and all you're going to do is just reach it out forward and then drop it down. But the key is making this as slow as you can. So it's going to look like this. Raise up, 1, 2, 3. Raise down, 1, 2, 3. Up, 1, 2, 3. You're still squeezing those glutes behind you. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You're trying to prevent your back from arching forward and down. 1, 2, 3. We have 3 more. Raise it up. 1, 2, 3, and down. 2, 3. 2 more. This can feel pretty easy if we're not keeping that good position. So if this feels super easy to you and we're just kind of raising, get into that good position and raise it up. It's just as slow as you can and coming back down. And we have 1 more. Raise up and then slowly come back down. Okay, now you're going to take that weight in just one hand. You're going to keep that pelvis tucked underneath you. Like I said, try to remember that for the whole video. We're trying to keep that there. And now you're going to take that weight. You're going to punch across and come down. Punch across, slow, and come back down. These are all about control. Bending your knees just slightly, punch across, and slowly come back down. Punch across, slow back down, punch across, slow back down. You should start to feel this a little bit in the side that the weight is on. Punch across. And we're going to do 5 more here. Punch across and down. For these core exercises, you really have to concentrate and think about using your core muscles. Because like I said, you can do this workout and it can feel pretty easy if we're not focusing on using your core muscles. We have 1 more. Okay, now what we're going to do is you're going to take it on the same arm and you're gonna punch out to the side and back in and come across. So you're gonna come across, punch out, come in, and down. Again, you're staying in that same position. You're pulling that weight across, punching out. The further we bring the weight away from our body, the more our core has to engage. So you're thinking about squeezing those core muscles and moving your pelvis so it's right underneath you, squeezing those glutes. And then out to the side. And we're going to just do 2 more here. So down across, punch out. And last one. Okay, now what I want you to do, same arm, last exercise, you're going to find a wall. And on that wall, you're going to do just a small wall sit. The goal is not to feel a leg burn here. Now, one thing I want you to do is really focus on putting your back flat against the wall. Now, you might have to turn your pelvis a little bit because your entire back should be on the wall. And I want you to try to keep it there. So don't let it arch up. Entire back is in contact with the wall. And what you're gonna do is just press up and down. Up and down. A lot of times when we go overhead, our back wants to arch. If you're having problems keeping your whole back on the wall, just raise up a little bit. But if you're doing okay, I want you to raise all the way up. Really focus on that back staying in contact with the wall the entire time, especially that low back. Push it into the wall. And we're gonna do 5 more here. Really push it into the wall. I also want you to push up with your legs. So everything is kind of working together. As you start to get tired, it does make it a little bit harder. So we're just gonna do a couple of more here because I want you to work on fighting that back against the wall. Okay, now we're gonna switch and go to the other side. So first, what you're gonna do, get into that good position. Now the weight is in the left hand. Get into that good position where your knees are slightly bent and your back is rolled underneath you, your pelvis is rolled underneath you, and you're gonna come across and down. Across and down. Again, you're trying to squeeze those core muscles. And down. Across and down. Awesome job. We're still working on keeping those glutes squeezed. Like I said, it takes a lot of concentration to work those core muscles. But it really helps a lot of different things. Hip pain, low back pain, shoulder pain, knee pain. It helps a lot of different joints really work together. We're gonna do 2 more here. Reach across, come down. Last one, across, and come down. Now we're doing the one where you're gonna punch out, and then you're gonna come across. So if we just start out in that cross position, and you're gonna pull it up and press it out. Slow and controlled, pull and press. Down, keep squeezing those glutes. A lot of times you have to be reminded to, because we tend to forget. And press. Pull and press. Let's do 5 more. Pull and press. 4. 3. Squeeze those glutes. 2, and last one. We're going back to the wall. So your knees are just bent a little bit. Like I said, it doesn't necessarily matter the depth of your knees. You're going to push up with your toes, push up through your heels. Find that wall, and I want you to put your low back flat on the wall. So really push yourself into the wall, and then you're going to raise up. Like I said, if you have a hard time keeping your low back on the wall, just press up a little bit. The further overhead you go, the harder it's going to be. And I want you to fight that low back the entire time to keep it on the wall. Awesome job. Keep it going. Like I said, we want to get a little fatigued where it starts to get a little bit challenging to keep that back on the wall. You might feel it a little bit in your arms too. Push your back up against that wall. And we're going to do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Now I just want you to stand up, just kind of shake it out. And we're actually going to go back to the wall for this next one. So same thing, get into the same position you were just in. Like I said, shouldn't necessarily be super strenuous on your legs. You're going to grab the dumbbell by the heads. Low back is flat against the wall. So push your back all the way. Your entire spine should be touching that wall. Hold on to the weight by both heads. And now what you're going to do is press out and come in. This one you should really feel. Press out and come in. Out. So just like those press outs, but you're getting that feedback that when your back starts to arch up from the wall, that's when you know that you need to keep it pressed. And having it against the wall is a good way to tell that. You can also just let the weight rest on your palms and just press out and come in. Out and come in. Okay, now stay pressed up against the wall. You can take a break if you need to. I'm going to show you the next one. Same thing, low back flat against the wall. You're just pushing up with your legs. Now you're going to come down and up. Down and up. But I'm not necessarily rotating off of the wall. You're keeping your body on the wall. You're just adding in a little bit of rotation, side to side. It doesn't matter which way you go because we are going to do both sides. Push that back. Like I said, once you get fatigued, it does get to be a little bit more challenging, but that's what we want. Notice my trunk is staying on the wall. We're just going to do 3 more here. Your arms might start to get tired a little bit. You can do this without a weight as well. Or just grab a lighter weight too. Now we're going to go on the other side. So same thing, but you're just going the other way. Keep that back against the wall. You're still pushing up with those legs. And you're coming across. We're just going to do 5 more here. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now you're going to take that weight right next to you. So this is a common one that people do. So now we're a little bit fatigued. I want you to try. So the weight's in the right hand. You're going to come down and squeeze up. Come down. Really focus on squeezing this side. Come down. You just need to bring the weight to about your knee. And really focus on using your core muscles to squeeze yourself up, and just try to let your arm be dead weight, holding that dumbbell. A lot of times people just make this an arm exercise, and that's not necessarily working those core muscles. Again, you really have to concentrate down to your knee and really squeeze up. Down to the knee, squeeze. Down to the knee, squeeze. We're doing 3 more. Down to the knee and squeeze. I just like to put my hand up here to really give a cue to use those core muscles to pull yourself up. And now you're going to switch to the other side. Same thing. Come down to about the knee. Really squeeze up. Down. Squeeze. Awesome job. Keep going. Squeeze. 3 more. Everything is slow. Don't try to go fast through this. Everything is slow. 2 more. And last one. Awesome job. Okay, we are going to do 1 more exercise, and then we'll wrap it up for the day. Last one, we're going to come back to the wall. Again, feel that low back on the wall. Now, what you're going to do, lift up, switch arms, lift up, switch arms. So it's easier if you kind of let one hand slide up to the top and the other hand grab onto the bottom, slide it up to the top. You can do it whichever way that you want. But usually if you have one arm that goes on the bottom and the other arm can just grab the top. Alrighty, and we have just 10 more here. Again, you're keeping that low back on the wall. 7, 6, 5, really push. 4, 3, 2, last one. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. And also, if you haven't hit that red subscribe button, click that and then click on the bell, because that's going to give you updates when I upload new videos. I do have another standing core exercises video that I will link right above here. So you can check that out for tomorrow or for a different day after your workout or just after a walk, whatever it may be. So thanks so much for watching. Again, my name is Alyssa with Keep the Adventure Alive, Physical Therapy and Performance. And you can find me at www.keeptheadventurealive.com. Thanks so much for watching.